So, I've been reading a lot about my reflections as I go through life suffering. And I wanted to back up a little bit. It was about 6 to 7 years ago when I was on my walk and talk with God, praying rosary, and I gave him my health. And that's when I became very, very ill. Before that, I thought I gave him everything. Well, I did give him everything. I gave him my husband, my children, finances, worldly. I gave him everything, but I did hold on to my health because I love skiing. I love downhill skiing, jet skiing, fishing, floating, the river. I just love hiking, being outside in his creation. If you are an outdoor enthusiast, it's like you understand just being in God's nature, God's creation. He's the greatest artist of all, right? It's just so fulfilling. Anyways, so I couldn't hold that back anymore. I just gave him my health. I said, "Here you go, Father." And so he took it. And I've been through a lot of suffering. I was sick before then, but it really, there was a time about 6 or 7 years ago when I ended up in the hospital. But I want to talk to you about the prior 3 days to that. So I was home here, and I was going from my bed to the pot, to the bath, to the pot, to the bed. I guess it was 3 days. I thought it was two. I lost a day somewhere in there, but I was not very with it. I couldn't eat or drink. My stomach was just a mess, my intestines. And that's when I was diagnosed with Crohn's. And anyways, so my husband kept trying to force me to go to the hospital, and I guess I was like, no, no. And I do remember fighting because I am half Italian, half German, so quite stubborn. But anyways, it was what I want to share with you is this beautiful moment I had with Jesus. During those 3 days, prior to being in the hospital for, I think I was there for 5 days, trying to get healthy again. But I was in the bath, and because my stomach just hurt so bad, and yeah, I was dying, and I didn't know it. I'm in the bath, and he comes in, and he saw that the water wasn't moving, and my chest wasn't going up and down. There was no breath, and he tried shaking me with no response. So he was a cop for 13 years. So he did. It's called the sternum rub, I guess, and I guess I came out of it, but I don't know how long it was. But when I was out or a non-respondent, I was in Jesus's arms. And the only way I can describe this feeling is, you know how it's like having cells and molecules, all the things in your body that I don't even know exist. I don't feel, I know they're there, but they all came to life. It was like the most alive I've ever felt, or I even knew I could feel. And every fiber of my being was on fire. It was out of love for God. Jesus was holding me, and he was looking into my eyes, and I was looking into his eyes, and he was smiling. He was so happy, and I was so happy. I never wanted to leave. In fact, when my husband woke me up, I was angry with him. I didn't tell him, but I was very angry and frustrated because I was home. I was in Jesus's arms. Now I know, looking back, 6, 7 years ago, it's like, of course, God wants me here, so I want to be here. But I can't help but know where I belong, where each and every one of us belong. And if I could only somehow share that feeling of light and love and happiness, sheer joy, it being alive, on fire, alive, like nothing. I think you can't describe it in earthly terms because it's not of this earth. That's the whole point. And that's the whole point of these reflections, is that to think of the heavenly realm is so contrary to our mind because it doesn't exist here. It exists in the heavenly realm, in the spiritual world. Anyways, I really wanted to share that with you because, again, I know it's heavy and dark, but at the same time, we're doing it for a reason, right? We're hanging on for a reason. We're trudging through the muck for a huge reason, and that's so we can make it home. And believe me, whatever we can think of or dream of how wonderful it's going to be a million, billion, infinity fold times that. Yeah. So, anyways, hang in there. We've got this because God has us. We just got to turn to Him, okay? All right. God bless. Bye.